What it do, what it is, what it was. This is your boy Pocho, one of the Pocho Live podcast. In the building, I got a Beta LA, Texas situation going. What it do, my boy E45 in the building.
Hey, what's the deal, man? I appreciate you putting me on, man. Shout out to all of California. I just want to say from I'm from Texas, man. You know what I'm saying? Our number love for y'all. What's good with y'all?
Hell yeah, we making the connection, man. We making a Bay, Texas, LA. We making it all come together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah.
How you doing, bro?
Man, we're chilling, bro. Shit, right now I'm actually waiting to go perform. Just like right now, I've been doing all type of podcasts, a lot of shows. It's like close to the end of the year, and I got some new. I got a lot of new music. You know what I mean? So in order to perform it and be comfortable with it, you know, what I'm saying I'm trying to get on stage as much as I can right now. You know, what I'm saying trying to stay active.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, that's cool, man. You got to stay consistent. But before we jump into like what's going on right now, let's run it back a little bit and just
Yeah.
run it back to like if anybody had to, like know who you are, where you from, and what do you do? Not just in, music, but in everything.
Yeah, yeah, no. Shout out to GoldToes. I want to start there. I've been rapping since like middle school, you know what I mean? But like just like anything else in life, there's like levels, you know what I'm saying? Like there's tiers. And whenever I met GoldToes, it basically took me to like a plateau that I couldn't, like from just rapping to my homeboy in his car to like not even knowing how to count bars and things of that sort. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Nino America. Um,
Yeah.
so um, I'm kind of from all over. I was born in New Jersey. I lived in El Salvador for a while. After El
That's
Salvador, we moved back to the East Coast, and my mom one time she came down here to visit her sister during the winter, and bro, like the weather in Texas in the winter compared to the weather in Texas and New Jersey, it's like a world of difference. You know what I mean? So she was like, nah, nah, nah. So we ended up moving down here, and that's where like life started in Galveston, like school, and worked my way up to Houston. Then I met people in Dallas, and like that's where the part of my rap name E45, it comes from the Highway 45. A lot of people, a shit ton of people, man, shout out because he's one of the goats. A lot of people like, oh, you took the name from E40, and I'm like, man, just to put my name in a sentence with E40. I won, you know what I'm saying? Because like to me, like that's a true goat. It's not just a rapper. Like that man has like, you know what I'm saying? He imprinted his music like in the game forever. And to me, like if your music lives forever, that makes you a goat. That makes you, you know what I'm saying, like one of those guys. So but I go by E. Everybody that's ever known me, like my day one, his name was Big E, and I was always with him, so they called me Little E. And then the letter just stuck. And then one day GoToes was like, hey, you know what? You're always on 45, so E45. And that's where the rap name came from. And it's a trip. Like some people, they're born and raised in the same place. You know what I'm saying? Like certain people are like, hey, this neighborhood my grandparents lived in, and da 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 da. And then there's some people like me that is like, look, I moved around a lot, but everywhere I went, like I kind of created relationships with certain people where it's just lifelong things. Salute, bro. West Texas tapping in. You know what I'm saying? What's up to West Texas? Shout out to all the state of Texas. San Antonio, Dallas, Austin. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like we're big, like just like California, we're very prideful. You know what I'm saying? We're very like, hey, here's where I'm from. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hell
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it real. A lot of like my like swag or whatever the word is, bro. I'm too old to use words like that. But like whatever my style is, I can't even front. A lot of it came from the West Coast. You know
that's
what I'm saying? Like that, the Dr. Dre flow, the Snoop Dogg fucking wordplay. Like, bro, like I studied rappers like how people go to college to learn things. Like I literally studied different rappers from different places, and I put everything together to create the sound that now is E45.
right on. Yeah, it's a trip. Nino American, he told me like he was like, bro, there's something about California though. I forgot what he said, and I hope it's okay for me to share it. With he was saying kind of like that there's like this from people from Texas, like also like they're like they want to know about it a little bit, and I feel like it's the same way for us in Texas. But I don't know if Texas people know that a lot of people from California are from Texas. So my mom's from El Paso, and like
Really?
hella people out here though, dog. Like that's
Wow.
a very it's a very regular to have for Californians to have their grandparents or their parents from Texas. It's very regular because they
Yeah.
migrate kind of from that
And,
area.
and, and see, maybe I don't know if it's like this in California, but like since I was born in New Jersey, you have like 100 different races of Hispanic. You have Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Peruvians, Salvadorians, Ecuadorian, Colombian. And then in Texas, it's so close to Mexico that if you're Hispanic, it really doesn't matter what country of origin. It's kind of like there's white, black, and Mexican. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? It's kind of like we're so close to the Mexican border that it's just like that. You know what I'm saying? So like when I say I'm Salvadoran, 100%, my mother and my father, but I rep the Mexican culture so hard, bro. My children, they're Mexican. My homeboys, like there's no blood relation, but we're family. They're Mexican. Like and the crazy part is that these two countries, they naturally don't like each other. Like if you tell an old Mexican lady, oh, yo pensaba que era salvadoreña. Like if you tell her, oh, I thought you were,
anyway,
or if you tell
anyway,
a
go off.
Salvadorian,
I'm
or if
like,
you tell a
God,
Salvadorian,
relax.
oh, I
I'm
thought
not
you were
cool.
Mexican, bro. Like that's like an insult because they're like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But honestly, like when it's all said and done, I want people to know that what I stood behind was like unity. You know what I'm saying? Like my children are Mexican, and I'm Salvadoran. You know what I'm saying? So it's not.
it's gonna be
I
spicy.
don't feel like it's wrong of me to stand up for both. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hell
Like,
yeah.
like, like the example I give people all the time. Say you're not Asian at all, right? Just a hypothetical question. But you have a child with an Asian woman, right? And somebody cracks a joke or disses your child for being Asian. Are you gonna take offense to that even though you're not Asian? Of course you are, right? Because you're gonna be like, that's my kid. You know what I mean?
Hell
and
yeah.
and, and that's how like what I'm saying, embraced I feel by the Mexican culture. You know what I'm saying? So big shout out to all the Salvadorians and all the Hispanics across the board. Shout
Hey,
out to us because we're winning right now in every category. We're winning.
hey, so you want to see another connection like that is, so my real name is Salvador, and my mom,
Really?
yeah, my mom in '83, my mom's a revolutionary, bro. Like I was telling you, and so she was speaking for the people in El Salvador, and her water broke, so she named me after the people in El Salvador. What was
Wow.
going on in El Salvador '83? The revolution and the
The,
war,
the
the civil
Civil War.
war. I mean, some people call it a revolution, some call it civil war, but like the civil war was happening, and my family was helping people migrate over to Oxnard in Southern California because I was actually born in Southern California, and so that's why I'm named. And Salvador means the savior. And
Yeah, the savior.
I be telling fools like I'm out here trying to save my people in California because we have a north and south rift, and I'm trying to
Yeah.
bring them together.
And like a lot of times and especially in rap music, like for an example, a country singer could be a country singer and then walk off the camera, and it's cool that they have a whole life and they're open to that. Some people hear, like, especially like gangster rap, they hear that and they just assume like, hey, this is who this person really is, and da 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 da. But
Yeah,
like I've always made it like what I'm saying, real clear, because I'm not embarrassed or ashamed, but my father's a minister, bro. And
dope.
with a prayer and faith, he has a church in 5 countries. You know what I'm saying? And so he literally has a church of little kids.
This nigga's
Uh,
right. GoldToes, man, get online. Don't call me.
so shout out to my father's church, bro. They have a whole church of little kids that
Man,
these kids they walk for 2 hours to go to church. It's an amazing thing, bro. So like, if anybody ever wants to donate to anything towards like that, you get actual pictures of the kids and you get updates of them and things of that sort. So like I do music, you feel me? But like earlier when you were like, who are you really? You know what I'm saying? Like outside, like if it's like being a superhero type of shit. And in all honesty, bro, me and my family, we have a farm. We sell chicken eggs.
hell
We have cattle. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I breed dogs, exotic bullies and Frenchies.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man. Yeah, like I literally went. My dogs are all over the country, from North
Uh,
Dakota to New York to all over the place. A friend of mine, bro, he changed my life, and the way he did it, I remember. He flat out told me, if you could sell dope, you could sell a dog. And like my mind, it was like hit the statement he made was like, it was so real. It was like, hey, bro, if you could talk somebody into becoming your lick on this, you could talk somebody into buying a dog. And when I tell you that, like, literally, I I bought a whole house behind selling the dogs bought me
yeah.
the property. And it would have never happened if I didn't have a big homie in front of me. And basically I went to him Cause like I'm not too big headed to say that, bro. I have advisors, I have OGs and big homies
Yeah,
that I go through for
that's
game.
my
Some
thing, man.
people they feel like they're too hard or too big to
Nah,
admit that,
you
but
gotta
not
have
me,
it.
right? So I went to my homeboy and I was like, hey, bro, look, I had caught a dope case in 14, and I was like, look, I'm not trying to sound like I'm not trying to sound like I'm slow or mentally handicapped in any way, but bro, like I don't want to do this no more. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to be looking in these mirrors the rest of my life, ducking and dodging red and blue lights. Like I want to do something different. And that's when he was like, bro, if you could sell dope, you could sell a dog. And bro, like when it changed the trajectory of my life, like the whole direction of
I
what I
sell
was trying to do.
photos. I sell photos now. I sell videos. I do podcasts. It's the same hustle, just different shit.
Yeah. See, like
It's long lasting, right? It lasts longer, bro, and
yeah.
better on the spirit.
Well, whenever I was younger, I had this expression in any business, it doesn't matter what you do, there's people, product, and profit. You got to find people to sell product to make a profit from. You know what I'm saying? So
Ugh,
yeah,
shot
you know what I'm
that
saying? So I
one.
was
You shot
since I
that
was
one.
young, since I was young, I've always been like, I don't know if this makes sense, bro, but like I have a collection of like expressions and different sayings and terms that I came across in life that I was like, you know what? Let me hold on to that. Like one of my favorite ones is saying, we're man created speech to deceive each other because the impala doesn't have to speak to the lion to know that the lion isn't good for it. We're born with intuition. You know what I'm saying? So, like to me,
That in
I
my
come
back.
across people, and bro, like I promise you, every day it's the same prayer. Like, and whatever you pray to, I don't get into religion too much. 'Cause I don't want to insult, disrespect nobody's belief. But whatever you pray to, me myself, every morning I pray the same thing. I'm like, God, if it's for me, bring it to me. And if it's not for me, please keep me from it. That's the same thing I repeat every morning, right? And not for nothing, bro. It's crazy how some things come to life. Like Fat Joe recently said something in the interview where he was like, 90% of my lyrics, I'm lying. Like, if not the whole 100, you know what I'm saying? And everybody was like, what, Fat Joe? He's been rapping all these years. I've been rapping for 20, 25 years. And let me just say, I lie about 95% of my, you know what I'm saying? So I'm talking about a V12 beans and a Byzantine and ice. But in all reality, I've only had one gold necklace my whole life, and I sold it because I was like, man, I'm one of those, like, I think about numbers. So I was like, man, I paid too much for it. So when somebody was like, I'll give you two, like, I ended up making like two bands on it. I was like, sold. And people were like, bro, that was your necklace. And I was like, $2,000, bro. I ain't even tripping. I made a profit. You know what I'm saying? Back to business.
Hey,
So like I'm not one of those people that like one time I showed up to do a show in Chanclas, and the promoter was like, bro, you really came in some chanclas. And I was like, bro, I'm not a fashion designer. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not here to sell clothes. I rap. And bro, I jumped on stage, I rocked the crowd so heavy, the dude rebooked me for another show that same night
that's
in
right.
some chanclas. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not,
Yeah,
I'm not, I'm just big on like authenticity.
they
You know what
tried
I'm
to
saying?
do that at that little food community shit. They wanted me to always be in designer shit. I was like, bro, what I spit from here, I don't
Yeah.
need to be in designer. The other thing is no disrespect, but I'm handsome, nigga. I don't need to always be putting
This
things
was,
all over.
yeah.
I'm
Hey,
good
hey,
already.
oh,
You know what I mean?
good. Hey,
I get it.
and not for nothing, bro. Like when we first started like going back and forth, because we didn't talk that much before this interview.
Yeah, yeah,
But I'm big on like just vibes and energy.
yeah,
Like 85% of communication is nonverbal. So 85% of it is you got to learn how to read, and you know what I'm saying, like kind of fill in the blanks.
yeah.
And bro, like right when you gave me the rundown, where you're like, look, this is my family. Like you know what I'm saying. Like I grew up here. Like this is my section, my area. Like that's what I meant earlier, where I was like, I can't sit here in front and be like, I've lived in the same place for a long time. But then there's people like you where they're like, bro, there's family history to this area
Yeah, like
of
my mom
like,
lives I mean, I've moved around and I traveled because it's what I do. I lived in LA a long time, but my family, like my mom's, there's a mural of my mom in my park in the hood that I'm from, South Park. Shout out.
damn,
So as a hero, and in downtown, my mom's like a local leader out here. You feel me? But real
man,
quick, man, shout out to Nino America dropping a bag. Salute one of the best creators, Pocho One, and salute E45 Texas Hold'em. Uh, is that a term Texas Hold'em, like Texas Hold'em?
bro, holding, you could say anything. You know what I'm saying? Like really, like some people like it started as a joke, where it was like, hey, bro, like, yeah, like your bumper kids holding, like it's still it's on there that was dragging down the street. And then it could be like, you know what I'm saying, like
That's why I
Southside
like
still
Texas, man.
holding.
Like I love it.
It's like, hey, like another one we have is Fade 'em all bar none. And some people never heard that.
Say it again.
Fade 'em all, like it's like, hey, whoever wants to fade, fuck it, let's run it.
Fade them all.
And bar none is like we ain't backing out of
Yeah,
nothing for nobody. Like,
let them
nah.
all come in.
You know, like I
Let them
like
all
I'm
have
sure
strangers.
I don't know how it was in your neighborhood growing up. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure it wasn't too different, but in our neighborhood, it was like even if you came back with the ass whooping, like, hey, bro, he laid you out, like, you know, he caught the better of you. You got your respect because you
Oh,
jumped
big
out
time.
there and threw your
Always,
chingazos. You know what I'm saying?
always.
So
It just matters that you stand up for yourself. That's it.
that you stand up for
That's
what
it.
you believe in. You know what I'm saying? For
Yeah, and you'll
and
trip
one thing
out
I
on
hate.
people who will back you up too after.
Yeah, I can't say hate because you know like that's a strong word, but like I really do hate people that is like, hey, bro, if you're gonna bark and talk loud, but then when someone calls y'all to a fade, you want to run and get a gun, or you want to run and go get a blade to stab somebody. It's like, I understand you trying to protect yourself from something, but if you sitting there trying to fuck off somebody's life just because you're scared of a fade, you shouldn't have said shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should have just played
We're
your
gonna get to
position.
that. We're gonna get to that soon though too, because I know some people like that right now. But
Yeah,
real quick, just to fuck with the chat a little bit, uh, he asked what you think about the N word because I feel like the N word is in Texas. It's like whatever over
I
here.
look. This is what I'm gonna say about that. Sauce Walker just got named Artist of the Year by Jay-Z, and Jay-Z's basically like the goat of goats, right? And
I got
Sauce
the
Walker
video.
Sauce Walker just like about like last year or something like that. He went to Asia and brought back a rapper to Houston that raps in Mandarin, right? Me personally, I don't know a word of Mandarin. I don't know what he's saying, but all of Houston embraced and loved this rapper because Sauce Walker is the one that brought him and said, "Hey, this is what I think it is." You know what I'm saying? The reason that I'm telling you that is because in Houston, we embrace all walks of life. We embrace all races. For example, so I'm saying all that to lead up to answer this question. What do I feel about the N word? Okay, that's like asking a black guy out here in Houston, how do you feel about Vato? How you feel about Essay? How you feel about Wetback? Because I have black friends. I have black friends that when we see each other, we joke. We're like, hey, well, what's up, Wetback? What's up, Mexican? What's up, Vato? You know, I'm like, hey, that's my nigga. Da, 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 da. So down here, and I'm being very honest. Everyone, different states and cities, they have their own normal. They have their own, hey, like this is how we live life here.
Yeah,
And in Houston, Texas, the way that we live life, it all boils down to context. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? I
yeah.
could
Now you
not like
say something. Anytime
it's a word just like any other thing that you put the letters together and it's a word. But but for example, I see my homeboy Rodney, right? And he's like, "What's up, Wetback?" And like like honestly, like I have some look, just not even trying to make it funny, but I have black people that know I'm Salvadorian and they're like, "What's up, pupusa?" You know what I'm saying? Like what's up? You know, like that,
yeah, it's
right?
fun though.
Right? Okay, so compare that to I'm driving down the road, I accidentally cut somebody off, and they're like, "You fucking spit beaner, you
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
Mexican." Like you see the context.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
almost the same exact words, but it boils down to context. And so like we're big on respect. Like Mexican OT, shout out to Mexican OT. He's one of the biggest artists in the world right now, and he came from Bay City, Texas. He's not even from Houston. He's from Bay City, and his homeboy that's always with him, Drody, he's from Houston. You know what I'm saying? So either which way, Bay City or Houston, Houston is so proud of Mexican OT because he's from Texas.
Yeah,
He's from our state. You know what I'm saying? And if you go and look at his interviews, one of my favorite interviews is the interview he did with the lady from Hot 97,
thank God.
right? And one of the first things out of his mouth, if you go watch that interview, she says something to him, and he says, "Yes, ma'am." And she's like, whoa, like, you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like you do
I love
gangster
that.
rap and shit like
I
that, but
love
the
that.
first word out, and I was so proud of him because that's a representation. We're really like that.
Oh
You
no,
know
I
what I'm
know
saying?
my dad's from Alabama, homie, so I get that.
Yeah. Like some people see the tattoos and they see the hard looks but bro, down here, like some places, they're very segregated. You can't come down here and go there. You can't go chill and hang out over there. in Houston, bro, like as long as you mind your manners, as long as you stay out of people's business, bro, you could basically come and go wherever you want. Whether you're a Asian rapper that raps in Mandarin, whether you're a Mexican rapper that raps in Spanish, bro, as long as you respect and mind your own, bro, like we ain't tripping. The same way that we're not tripping on somebody else's politics, somebody else's program. We're not like, oh, y'all are wrong for this or y'all. Nah, that's y'all over there. Us over here, the only thing we ask is, hey, bro, some respect. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Like, if we respect y'all, and I'm not talking about California. I'm just saying, like basically to every state. If we respect y'all, all we want is, hey, we want the respect back. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
no,
That's
well, there's a
that's
lot of
really all we want.
hospitality out there, so I feel like that when you have that hospitality, it's not that they expect you to, show that they're just used to respect, so please. So when just I was talking to Toes before, and I mean, I was talking to Conejo, this rapper from LA, and I was like, man, me and Toes are just not used to disrespect, really, and I bet you've been around Toes a lot. Like we're not used to we all how we interact with each other. We actually met in a I don't even know if we met each other there, but we were just there together. But we were at that cipher together, and it was
Yeah,
all
Hector
love.
Foreign.
It was all love, right? There was essays there was Northerners, there was people from Texas. It was a real Beta LA Texas situation, and
Yeah,
love. So we're not used to that disrespect. So, but I think that there's a connection between the Bay Area and the in LA, I mean, and Houston, also in Texas, but especially Houston, because the Bay's like that too. You see Mexicans running around, you see that little Korean, Mexican, Korean, black, like mixed up. And I saw that in Houston, bro. When I was in Houston, you got two different downtowns or whatever
yeah.
you call that. And then, man, the only thing is with me is that humidity, bro. Like I really got out there, homie, and I was like, bro, I thought there was a natural disaster. And they were like, no, this, and I was like, this is you guys, this is. I mean, I can't. I almost freaked out for a minute, to be honest, homie.
Yeah,
And then, but then it started. I got used to it after about a week. You start to kind
yeah,
of get used to it. But I seen the what is it? Not tornadoes, but it gets wicked out
yeah.
there.
The thunderstorms. There's thunderstorms. It gets
Bro,
ugly,
I
man.
was
It's
hooking
nasty.
up.
It gets nasty.
Hey, no, I was doing a threesome dog in a thunderstorm, homie. I was like,
Nah,
we're going everything respects. But hey, that's the other thing, man. Everything's bigger in Texas, man. I love Texas women too because for the other reason they're like cool, but they also got like that like hospitality kind of like
yeah.
Southern Belle kind of thing. Do you consider Texas the South?
Texas. I believe that Texas is the hub of the third coast. Like New York, like there's a lot of states for the East Coast, but New York is the capital of the East Coast. There's a lot of states for the West Coast, but California is the capital of the West Coast.
And I
And
would
there,
say, to be honest, LA's the
and,
capital of the West Coast. I got to be
and,
honest.
yeah, and see, like I said, the state, because like when you say East Coast, you think New York. When you think West Coast, you automatically think California.
Yeah.
So I think whenever you say third coast, there's a lot of cities down here. Shout out to Atlanta, they're big. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Albuquerque, they're big. But if we're talking South, bro, like Texas on lock, bro. Like what we and now we got the numbers. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the nasty part. Like now we got the charts to be like D baby, Big Tony, Meskin OT, Drody, bro. Like these
So
are
what's
people
your
that are
what's your
putting
top
up
five in
numbers.
Texas right now?
What's good?
What's the top five in Texas right now?
Top five, in my opinion, as
Oh,
far as
Brown
streaming
on the Brown side. On the Brown side.
on the Brown side. If we're talking straight numbers, like we're just talking straight numbers, you got to put D baby up there. You got to put Meskin OT up there. You got to put Big Tony. He's up there. Baby Bash will always and forever be one of the most streaming artists.
But
Uh,
you consider Baby Bash from Texas? He's from my area, dog.
hey, not for nothing. He's neutral. He's neutral. You
He's
got
from
to
the
give me that. You got to give me
707. He's
that.
from Vallejo.
Huh? Hey, he's from Atlanta, but hey, you got he done made a lot of music in Texas, so we're talking
Hey,
about
that's
streaming
dope.
in
Hey,
Texas.
hey, I want to be like Baby Bash. That's when both sides are showing want to say claim him. That's love. Hey,
Bro,
nah,
look,
he got some left to go around for
look.
sure.
When I tell you, I was just in the studio with him 3 weeks ago. Like I've known Baby Bash going on like 8, 9 years,
He's a
bro.
cool dude,
And
bro.
when I tell you, he's
Really
one of the
cool.
most humble
Yes,
artists, like
yes,
you would
he
never
is.
think. You like shout out to my girl Karina. She owns a spa, right? So she literally goes to his house once a week. Go look at his post. She goes to his house once a week to massage him and his entire family. And when I tell you, bro, like he's the one of the most humble, coolest people that you could chop it up with.
That's
I met
true.
him at a Cypress Hill show. Cypress Hill had came down here to perform at the House of Blues. And when I met him, I was like, "Oh shit, that sugar, how you get so fly?" And bro, like he was just like, "Hey, what's up?" And since then, like he literally like it's like you get your props, you get your what I'm saying. And he like literally calls me nephew. Like he's like, nah, like he
Yeah,
sees me like it was good, like we know each other like that. So
yeah,
so for sure that would be the fourth one, and the fifth one, and well, again we're talking streams, right? We're talking streams. South Park Mexican. Like
yeah.
if we're talking about numbers on the board, I would say D Baby for sure, Mexican OT, Big Tony, Baby Bash, and South Park Mexican. If we're talking numbers, if we're talking straight numbers on the board, in my opinion, those would be the five most streaming artists out of Texas.
And
Like
then, how do you feel about SPM?
this is the way I feel about SPM. Um, Whenever I take road trips, right, and it's like a long drive, I
What
like
you,
listening to
you,
Michael Jackson. I like listening to Michael Jackson, Man in the Mirror. You know what I'm saying? Well, whenever hey,
I don't give a fuck.
look. Well, whenever I'm feeling grown and sexy and I want to get in my mood and I pop in that R. Kelly, your body's calling, seems like you're ready. You know what I'm saying?
You're a
This is the
hotel.
reason. I'm gonna get to your question. Now I'm gonna answer your question. I feel like Sh- I'm so sorry to any child in the world, and I have children, so I joke a lot. So I'm
Yeah,
not joking right now.
for
To
sure.
any child that's ever been a victim of a child predator, bro, like my heart goes out to you. I don't stand behind that.
Yep.
That to me, that's the scum of the earth. Like I
Yeah,
have children myself, and I'm not gonna get into what I'm saying, how I feel and what I would do type of shit.
yeah, of
So
course.
all that being said, I do not stand or support child molestation. His charges, I'm gonna be completely honest. I've never looked into the whole story enough
Me
for
neither.
me to formulate an opinion. Like, I've heard a lot from both sides, but at the end of the day, bro, this is about E45. It's not about SPM. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So whenever people ask me about SPM, I tell them the same thing. His charges, I don't agree with at all. But his music is part of our culture. The way that DJ Screw, the way that you attach DJ Screw to Houston, Texas, you attach South Park Mexican to Houston, Texas. You know what I'm saying? So as far as his charges and supporting him, like as whatever he got charged for, I don't have an opinion on it. I haven't. I can't lie. But as far as his music, bro, like I don't feel comfortable with people singling out Houston and saying that we support something that grimy. If you're not gonna shit on everybody for listening to Michael Jackson, listening to R. Kelly,
yeah. They're
even
choosing.
Tupac,
They're choosing. They're choosing.
even
Basically.
yeah, yeah,
And
you see
you
what I
can't
mean?
choose. You either got to be across the board or let it be, right?
That's all we ask for. We ain't asking for no preferential treatment. We're just asking, let's
Because
be
he's
fair.
Mexican.
What's up?
Do you think it's because would you say do you think that because of all the power he had in Houston? I remember GoldToes would tell me, bro, when I got to Houston and I saw what they had going down here, Dope House and all that, and how he could just make he'd say one word and just hundreds and thousands of Mexicans would move
Yeah,
anywhere he moved. He had power. A lot of people don't know that he had the power, and because
yeah.
Mexican had a power in Houston, people want to
Mhm.
get on that. My only thing, bro, where I feel like kind of like wow, is because I know how cool Baby Bash is, and
Yeah.
I've been around. I don't know him like we're not best friends. I just been around him maybe 30 times or 20 times. I don't know, but he just has, and I don't know. It's hard for me to think that because he's such a good dude and he's been such a good dude for so long. And what he says about the situation, which I don't want to get into those details, it just makes it kind of hard for me to like. I just had to walk away from it basically, but I feel like I do definitely feel like we shouldn't be tripping on each other for the music we listen to. You know what I mean? And I'm from a
And the
neighborhood.
reason and
Real quick, I'm from a neighborhood called South Park. That's my
uh-huh.
neighborhood. Like you probably can't see it, but look at it. It says South Park right
Yeah,
there. And
yeah.
so bumped him, so he's part of my part of our lives in Northern California. So like I just separated. I don't bump him now. Not that I choose not to because of that. I just
Mhm.
but if it comes on, fool, I'm gonna
Bro,
we
and when I say it's part of the culture, this is what I mean. You can go to a flea market here in
yes.
Houston,
You can do
and
it here, dog.
there's 4 or 5-year-old kids like that barely even know what the hell they're singing along to.
Yeah.
but play merry-go-round, play high so high, play beach house, play like all
And
these
keep it
different
up.
songs that everybody knows word for word for word. So we were never in an argument where it was like, hey, he's guilty, he's innocent. We were never in an argument where it's like, hey, we're standing up for his charges or we're not. The only argument that we ever stood on was, hey, like, you can't single us out and
Yeah.
be like, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, R. Kelly, and whenever I started speaking on this, I started like people started sending me like all type of links, and come to find out, Akon has had some charges, Tupac has some charges, where it's like, okay, so if you're not gonna like go on camera and be like, anyone who listens to Tupac, you support child molestation, you support chomos, you support, then it's literally the same story. Like, he literally went to prison on sexual aggravated charges. So it's like, I feel like this. If you're gonna speak down on us, even if I don't agree with your opinion, even if I don't agree with it, I respect your stance on it, right? Because you're standing on your opinion. But here's where the flag on the play, 15 yards. Here's where the shit gets weird. How are you gonna shit on us, but the moment that one of us is winning, you want to reach out and be like, it's all love and congratulations and Texas this and Texas that, when you were literally just talking shit about how we want to act black because of how we talk, because we want to look black because of how
Yeah.
we dress,
Good.
because you get what I'm saying? Where it was
Yeah.
like, I respected that you had an opinion, but for you to sit there
Now
and
they're doing it
shit,
personal, you know? They're taking it
you know
like,
what I'm saying? You want to shit for whatever's beneficial. Like that's the shit that it don't fly. It don't fly here, and it don't fly over there in California, and it don't fly nowhere else. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is that some people, and we're gonna, whenever you're ready to get into it, we'll get into it. Some people get their platform and they build it, and I respect them. As a Hispanic person to another, whatever ethnicity you are, you create a platform and you get so successful on it that, bro, like, for instead of you using that platform to unify us, instead of you using that platform for something good, bro, like you're just like a fucking vulture, just waiting for something to get ran over and on the side of the road so you can come pick at it. And that's like, bro, we've took years. And anybody that knows their history of music, they know that we took years and years and years of insult and disrespect and sneak dissing, and everybody does things their own way. So if it takes you a whole months and years to get your point across that you feel some type of way, if I could do it in 12 bars on a song,
yeah.
I did it in 12 bars, you know what I'm saying? So that's, you know what I'm saying, that's where we're at right now. Right now where we're at is like, we show everybody love and respect, but now we're just showing up to, you know what I'm saying? We're showing up to collect ours. Where's our respect? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and so yeah, let's get into it since it's just natural. So basically, run down how you created that disc. One thing is, I like how you used his music against him, and and but let me know. Just run it down. How kind of give us so that we can have in one place, because you know how things get chopped up, everything,
It's
and
all good. It's all good, bro. Like,
just
I
kind of
I
like a
and
timeline of
this
what's
is
up.
and this is like the ninth or 10th podcast I've done, and I'm not saying that stunning. God knows that I'm not saying that with a big hit. The reason why I'm saying that is because hopefully God blesses me with good health and my memory is good. 10 years from now, if somebody asks me for the song, it's gonna be the same story, exactly how it happened. This is how it happened. Few months ago, uh, Mr. Capone or whatever, he had something going on where he said something about Texas. I can't even remember exactly what it was. I smoke a lot. Well, long story short, I go to GoldToes and I'm like, man, let me let him have it, bro. Like I'm a fan of music. Tupac hit him up, Nas Ether, Jadakiss Checkmate. Like, I'm a fan of music, and all the lyricists I respect have done a diss record. So I want to do a diss record. Instantly, everybody was like, go at Mexican OT, go at D baby. Why? Because these are high, like, they're high profile. I've met both of them. And both of them sat there and chopped it up. D baby even sent my daughter a video, like, to make her day. Mexican OT, like, bro, he sat there and chopped it up with everybody in the club the day I saw him. So in my head, I was like, these people haven't done nothing to me. So I wanted to go at Capone. GoldToes told me, bro, like, just right now, you're just now starting to stream. So I think it's a bad idea. Don't do it. I was like, all right, cool. I sat back. Well, there was altercation. with Jenny 69. I think that's her name, somewhere in California. I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know if she got jumped. I don't know if it was a fair fade. I don't know. Long story short, somehow this got tangled up. That the reason it happened is because she was jamming SPM. I don't know. Well,
Right.
it's like one action led to another action to another action. Well, this dude Capone, right? The same dude that I said he's been talking shit about Texas all this time, and he always got some fly shit to say. He jumps on the line with Mexican OT, like on some app, and he ends up making like a whole clip of it. Like if you know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about, go check it out. Well, in the phone call, like if you ain't really like that, and you know what I'm saying, like your background ain't like your pedigree ain't like that, it just sounds like he's congratulating him and yada yada yada. If you know how to read in between the lines and you ever been around some street shit, it almost sounds like he's trying to come at him sideways, like he's trying to like punk him, like trying to run him down with like the tone of the conversation. So first he says some shit like, "Bro, I'm not gonna speak on the subject," and then right behind that he says, "But I hear it was a 2-on-2." So it was like instantly, it was like, bro, that's contradicting. Like you just said you weren't gonna whatever. So then I hear how he tells Mexican OT like, "You got the choice." Like of listening to SPM music. And like my kids I listen to SPM music. So bro, like everything put together. And there's one thing that I love about GT. Shout out Ghazi and Empire. Shout
Yeah.
out GoldToes. You know, it's all love. But this is
Uso.
something I love about them, bro. They'll give you their advice, but we're all fucking grown. We're all.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for saying it like that.
Nah, it's
I don't
right.
mean to curse, but we're all grown. You know what I'm saying? So I don't need nobody's permission to do the song. So I went to the studio, I turned on the beat, and in 1 hour, the first line was "Fuck a Capone, you stole a nigga's name." Where it was like, bro, like the real Al Capone, the real mobster from Chicago, you're not that. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna get all into it, but it's like
Well,
you're
there was a big podcaster named Prime that just said that he don't got, and he's from the middle of Los Angeles. Prime Films, who's the shooter for Conejo, shout out. He just said that dude don't got no. He only got power like weight in the IE, not in Los Angeles.
bro. Look, so I go and I do the song, right? And everybody knows like I'm a chatterbox, bro. You hit my line, we're gonna talk. Like I don't care if you're a stranger, if you're famous, we're gonna talk. So
Yeah,
sure enough, I start getting these calls, bro. And shout out to Bakersfield. I got a call from Bakersfield. I don't get into too many like I don't speak on things that really ain't for me to speak on,
that's the
but
border.
just for the story. So this guy calls me from Bakersfield. He introduces himself. He tells me he's an active Sureño and like like kind of like the whole who he's under and da da da. Like and so in my head instantly I'm like, man, this dude's like he's about to let me have it. Like that's what he's calling me for. And I was like, yeah, I answered. I was like, it's all respect. It's mutual respect till there ain't no respect.
Yeah.
And so I was like, yeah, this is E. Like, what's good? And he was like, bro, I was calling to tell you thank you. And I was like, excuse me? And he was like, yeah, that song you made? I was like, yeah. He was like, thank you. It was about time somebody went on a song and did that. And I was like, you're not mad? And he was like, fuck no. He was like, one thing that people don't, and this is what he said, this is the words out of his mouth. He was like, what people don't know, bro, is that there's differences between Sureño and Southsiders. Like over here, people understand that there's a difference between the two. And
Yeah.
that dude is a wannabe Southsider. Or like this is what he told me, right? I don't
Yeah.
know if it's true or not. And he was like, yeah, that they ran up on him at a state fair. Like the dude's running from like a lot of people. He has to have security all around him all the time now. And I told the dude, I was like, look, bro, when I made the song, the first thing I did was the hook. And if you listen to the hook of the song, the very first words are, I love California. Don't hide
Yeah.
behind the state. You know what I'm saying? Like when
Yeah.
I go there, if I fly into LA, I drive 4 hours to go to the Bay. If I fly into Oakland, I drive 4 hours to go to LA. Like when I really do that. Like I've been going to California my whole career for 8 9 years, and literally, like you just said, hey, I met you at a cipher in LA. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, bro. Like I've been going there my whole career. So the very next day, this dude Blue Devil, or yeah, that's his name, from Hater World, he makes a video, bro, and instantly he's like, E45, you ain't gonna do shit, you ain't gonna come out to LA and this and that. And I'm like, look, bro, not for nothing, maybe you are some shot caller, maybe you are some big ass mafia member, whatever, But at first, this was about
He ain't holding
entertainment. This
up.
was about music. He was
He ain't
clowning
holding though,
on
right?
my, huh?
He ain't holding.
Bro, he ain't holding.
He ain't
Look,
holding.
you catch on fast. My boy catch
I'm
on.
getting it.
Hey,
I'm getting it.
so remember what I told you earlier. It's not even about who won the fight. Did you stand up and throw ching? Did you stand up?
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
chingazo.
So whenever I heard all this shit that he was saying about me not coming in, and me and you both know on both sides in Texas and California, things can escalate like that. And
Yep,
it goes from a camera and opinion to streets and real life and
absolutely.
cops and court dates and hospitals. Like that shit, just like that, right? So to avoid all that, to avoid like, oh well, Houston artists got jumped in LA because E45 from Houston said something. And I don't even know that artist. So before anything like that happens, I was like, you know what? Let's charge $10 a ticket. We'll get as many people as we can together. We'll throw a big ass party of unification, and me and you will catch a fair fade. Like straight up.
Yeah,
Like what straight up. If you feel the way you feel about me and I feel the way I feel about you, instead of other people getting involved and all this other shit, my nigga, like let's give the money away to charity. Let's give it away to kids. Let's give it away to the homeless.
yeah,
But let's run me my faith. And I'm not some boxer, bro. I'm not some hard ass nigga. I like I'm not somebody that's like, oh nigga, I'm getting fights. No, 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 no. It's just, bro, like he said
principality.
certain shit. He
There's
said certain
principles.
shit where it was like, all right, look, lyrically, we could straighten this out. Y'all got none for me, and y'all we could put $10,000 up, and you want none. But the way he talked, bro, it was just like, you know what, bro? Um, this is
Uh,
the first time in my career I've ever like went at anybody, but the shit he said, bro, it was like, man, like it almost made me feel like, bro, if you really about that, let's turn off these microphones and cameras and let's figure it out the good old fashioned way. And I'm not saying I'm gonna knock you out. You could possibly knock me out. But what
yeah,
I'm saying is, if you really that hard, then jump out with me.
yeah.
You know
No,
what I'm saying? Like,
whoever wins is irrelevant. It's about the energy and about standing up for yours. And I already asked him. You know what I asked for? I asked for him, Icon, and the owner of the food company. All three of them against me in the same ring, but they don't want it. But just because, like, that's how I feel, homie. I just feel like he creates these very easy narratives to see that they're fake, you know. And I'm just like, bro, you at least do better if you're gonna represent a whole Southern California.
and you know what's insane, bro? The crazy part is, and somebody told me this a long time ago. It's not about what you say for yourself. It's about what the people around you say for you, right? And as soon as I called him out, I was already like, I ain't even gonna trip. I ain't gonna lie. In my head, I was like, shit, we about to beef with like some killers. We beefing with gangsters, like real legit street niggas. When I called him out, bro, I started getting all these comments talking about, bro, he's ducking the fade from this podcaster. He's ducking the fade from the paleta man. He's ducking
Bro,
the fade from the corn in the cup
look for
guy.
a picture of him being outside. There's no pictures of him outside, like
Bro,
outside in natural light.
he said it natural light.
He doesn't go outside, and he looks like one. He reminds me of those homeschooled kids, you know, that like no disrespect, but just don't really know what's going on, you know. But then,
Bro, like in a way, he almost reminds me of like an adult Mexican Eric Cartman from South Park. Where it's just like you're just angry, bro. Like you got, you know, you probably got a few issues. Like you said, I think that he's more comfortable talking to a camera. Where it's like, bro, if you jump out like this, if you
don't
gotta
talk back though. The camera don't talk back, and the thing is, he gets mad, bro. Is I was playing with him on his chat recently, and he got like butthurt, and he's crashing out. Kind of is that he's not used to people. People bought into him. Oh, he don't give a f. He's telling you the truth. He's not telling you the truth, bro. The truth is he's a tagger, bro.
did you see the video? Did you see the video that he made about the GoldToes video?
Bro,
This this
conspiracy
boy, like, I ain't
theory.
even gonna lie. If there's an Illuminati, this boy's a part of it. This nigga said the red car is following the blue car. They turn to the left, and
And
I'm
the blue car is
right-handed.
behind the red
And
car.
I'm right-handed. So if they turn to the left, they're dissing anybody who's right-handed. And everybody knows that California, right? Look at the checkers on the floor. Look at the checkers on the floor. Do you see that? Bro, this nigga has to be the biggest conspiracy theorist I've ever met in my life. This nigga went in on, he paused the video. Look at the ring. Look at the ring. Da-da-da-da. I was like,
On
Damn, dude.
Christmas. He left his family on Christmas to do it. That's how much he loves GoldToes.
Bro. Bro, I don't know if you watch my IG live, bro, but like I put a comedy twist to it, and I was like, man, look, like I could tell that you're comfortable in that garage, like you know what I'm saying, like that's your safe space, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying. And in the hood,
Safe space.
even on the
Oh, he
movie
has like a
Friday,
little cobija, too.
hey, you remember on the movie Friday at the beginning where Chris Tucker pops up in his window? That's how you got to go wake people up in garages. You got to walk by and bang on the anyway, you know, and I told him,
That's all
I
loud.
said, I said, because he said some shit. He was like, E45 says he runs Texas. My statement was I speak for Texas because all these little towns from Amarillo to Beaumont to Port Arthur to all these little towns stood up at the same time and said, yes, that's how we feel. He's saying it for all of us. So
Yeah.
that's why. So whenever he said, well, E45 says he runs Texas, bro, I made a whole comedy skit and I was like, look, true or false? True or false? There's hardly ever AC vents in garages. Hardly ever, right? So if there's no air circulation and you're just sitting there eating hot pockets and you got the microwave going and you got the computers on and you get that shit in your ear, I had told that nigga, bro, I was like, look, down here in Texas, I'm gonna show you, look, get you a piece of paper, roll that shit up, and then light that hole, right? And don't get scared because I know you're scared of fire. I could tell you're scared of fire. It's not gonna burn
Yeah,
you,
fire,
right?
dog. That's
It's
good.
gonna suck.
Oh, that's
It's
good.
gonna suck all this shit out your ear. Now you know about suction because you be sucking the fuck out of everybody, dick riding everybody from Al Capone to everybody all the way up to Idaho to Oregon. I don't know what states are up there, but you know what
Yeah.
I'm talking about,
You be jocking
bro.
bozo hard.
So I look, I even, you know what? I'll meet him in his world. Like if he wants to have a conversation, I said, man, send me a bag, bro. Send me a bag. I'll come on your podcast. We could have a conversation. We could do it on video. We could do it from your safe space. You know what
I
I'm
even
saying?
told
Like,
him about GoldToes too. He didn't want that either. I was trying every situation, but we can't. We can't fume him out of his little. We got to do like fumigating a rat.
now, see, like this, it started as a song, but then it ended up as a conversation. That's why the song started going viral. Not because I said some bar that was like, ooh, it was because it opened a conversation. And the conversation for a lot of people is like the N word, the us trying to act black, the us supporting child molesters and all this other shit, right? But at the end of the day, bro, at the end of the day, you got to stand on the shit you say. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? I ain't saying you got to be the hardest nigga on earth. I ain't saying you got to run up and fight people and all this other stuff. But bro, like you shouldn't talk the way you talk if you're not gonna stand on it.
yeah.
That's whether you're from Texas, California, whether you're from Seattle. Like you shouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying?
And I think the conversation is also just, and it's not just that, it's just also, I think and we always have this cheesy taboo where like real see real, but I think from the north to the south to Texas, we all want to be. My thing is, I want to be taken serious, bro, as an artist, and that's what I was telling you. Like, I want to be taken serious, and how are we gonna take ourselves serious if we're acting like haters and fools all the time, And these
Yeah,
fools, and we have to call out these fools and haters and let them know, yeah, that's a fool community, nigga. I'm a man. I'm part of the man community. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's cool. I don't follow the food community, and my life is better, bro. People are like, how could you leave the food community? Because I'm a grown man making grown man decisions, and I would never leave my section or my family to go hang out with some vatos that don't care about their health. They don't care about the culture. They just care about getting money, getting fat and spoiled. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
that's what I'm not about. And if you notice, all those fools up there, bro, they don't take care of themselves. I mean,
yeah,
the hater world has to worry about diabetes. You don't got to worry about us. You know what I mean? And that's the
yeah,
problem, that he's spewing this hate. But I'm like, I was at the gym when I saw his live, and I started joking with them. I was like, bro, I'm at the gym taking care of myself. You're sitting down, spewing hate and creating narratives so that you
yeah,
can get views, so that like to be a little chismoso, bro. And it's cool, but in the end, chisme never lasts. Like, think about it in history. History is made up about great moments. It's not really made about chisme. Chisme is there, but it's very light.
yeah,
In history will be remembered. Like, you'll be remembered for standing up for Texas. He ain't gonna be remembered for nothing from LA. You know what I mean? Because Conejo just spoke on him, and Conejo spoke on GoldToes, and he's a real respected person from the middle of LA. And he was just like, bro, like, he just, I'm not gonna get into all the things because I'm gonna do a reaction, but he really broke it down. and that's the real, like, he's the real South Side that I was raised. I'm a northerner, bro, and I lived in the hoods of LA for over 15 years, documented. I mean, I was married in LA. I have friends, 15 years, that's a long time,
That's a
and
long time.
I was never about the gang stuff. I never talked about gang stuff. The sad part is till got into the food community, bro, and people started asking. How how in this world, well, like they try to make you the one that you're all Texas. They try to make me like I'm the face of like Norteños or something. Like I'm trying to be. I've never even tried to like get into that. It's just I'm also don't deny. Like I'm not gonna let them twist our story, And I think what
Man,
I'm trying to say is that a lot of people are twisting the Texas story, and I feel like you're untwisting and saying, "No, this is the story, my boy." And let me break it down to
yeah.
other
And,
creators.
and one thing that I'm always like, I'm always stand on this statement, like head on with whatever comes with it, good or bad, is that, bro, I'm about unity. You know what I'm saying? Whether that's between us as Hispanic people, whether that's black and brown, whether that's us like having more conversations with white people, with Asian people. Like I'm all about, bro, like, like, okay, for example, and again, I don't get too religious, but in the Bible, right? There's thousands of pages and there's millions of words. But in the entire Bible, the human, we only have one thing. There's only one command. Can you think about what I'm telling you? The entire Bible, it only leaves one command for us as human beings. And do you know what that is?
Do unto others one.
To serve.
Oh,
All
okay.
God wants us to do is serve. So to me, God is love. So if you're serving your family, if you're serving your children, if you're serving your friends, it's like you're serving love. You're serving God through serving them. You know what I'm saying? So to me, I always like I said, when it's all said and done, I want people to know that what I wanted for like little so and so at the juvenile hall to hear me talk where he didn't go from juvie to state prison as an adult. I want people to know that like when whatever music and props I was given for my music, it was my representation as a proud Hispanic. So for all Hispanic races, I did it for y'all. You know what I'm saying? For all the Mexicanos, all the Salvadorians, all the whatever, like I did it for y'all. I did it so they could say, like, everybody knows where I grew up, rap was primarily black. You know what I'm saying? Like black people did it, everybody else listened to them. So to jump in as a Hispanic, you know what I'm saying, it was already out of the normal. But for them to take me in like family and teach me, hey, look, this is freestyling, bro. You can't come down. You got to do something else. Pop trunk,
Yeah.
and like literally teaching me like the whole rap thing. Like I'll always and forever be indebted to them. And when I say them, I mean the whole black race and the black culture. And there's a lot of people that hear me say things like that and they're like, "Oh man, you're dogging out your own race." You know what I'm saying? Showing them love and this and that.
Just uplifting
And
others, not putting something us down.
yeah, and I want my story to be that I wanted all of us to win. You know what I'm saying? I have this expression: if it's real, I have to respect it before I decide if I like it or not. Because I could dislike something but still respect it because
Yeah.
I feel like that's real. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So shout out to everybody, bro. Shout out to everybody who's watching this, who's gonna watch this podcast. Because I feel like you're an authentic person. You know what I'm saying? I don't try to win brownie points or I don't try to hype nobody up. But I feel like your culture, your background, your name, it means a lot to you in a world where like somebody will trade their pride for a few streams. They'll they'll be humiliated and embarrassed just so they could go viral. You know what I'm saying? So in a world that's like that, bro, like just from me to you, I appreciate you letting me come on your podcast and you know what I'm saying, like have my opinion on things, especially being from California, where right now you could so easily twist the narrative and be like, oh, E45, this and da 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 da, and E45. Instead of that, it being like, hey, bro, you want to explain yourself? Here's the camera. Here's my platform and my people. Explain yourself to them. You know what I'm saying? So for that, I deeply thank you, and I sincerely mean that. I'm not saying that so to create a whatever storyline or whatever. I really am grateful. It's because this is proof. This is proof and evidence of what I said in the song. This isn't about states and cities. This is
No,
about two people. And so for you to be from California and just give me the time to, hey, explain yourself, bro, like on everything I love, that's what I stand for. That's what I'm about. You know what I'm saying? I'm about, you could be Hispanic from one place and I could be Hispanic from another, but we could have a respectable, a logical conversation. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
I appreciate that, man, and I appreciate that, and even to be able to say that, because a lot of people, I feel like men can't get, like, they're scared to give each other compliments, and I got a connection with my God, so I'm able to speak compliments towards men. And there's something that Conejo just said, that he was just saying, I can only be among gods now, like among people that are thinking godly in that way. And my thing is, bro, is that why I wanted you to also, for you to speak your mind, is I got respect for Texas. Texas has been good to me, and people that come to Texas, when the Texas comes to Cali, we're good to them. So I don't want this narrative that there's this narrative of like California versus Texas, when there's actually a lot of us are migrated from Texas to California.
Yeah,
Yeah, now some people are moving to Texas because, but you know what I mean? Like the true, like go to
yeah,
Cali, a gang of people's grandparents are from Texas. And also también is like, for me, I want my family, my gang, my neighborhood, my community, my ancestors. I'm not gonna let this vato, respectfully, I hope that he gets his life together, but I'm not gonna let this dude speak for my people in California. I can't let the hater world be the representative. At least he can represent the South if he wants, and the South can deal with them, but he can't represent all California. And we don't think like that, and we got nothing but love for Texas. You know what I mean? And it's a big California, big Texas, big state thing.
yeah, man. Like something that I'm super big on, bro, is I want to open a meat market in California that only sells fajita. Cause every time I go there, y'all got carne asada, y'all got birria, y'all got
Bro,
everything
you guys got the
except
best fajitas.
fajitas. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
we
bro,
don't.
I, like,
I'll be honest. We don't got that. But Texas, boy, GoldToes took me out there. I was grubbing on them fajitas. You guys
yeah, yeah,
now.
man. Nah, man, it's all love, bro. I go by E45. Everybody, please feel free to go check out my music. Right now, I'm putting out a project every month. For the last 4 months, I've dropped a project every month, every month, every month, every month. The one I got coming out right now, literally in a few days, is called E versus 45. And
Oh,
literally the whole playlist is like me going at it with myself. Like,
hell
bitch,
yeah,
you want to be a rapper, bitch, you trying to do this. Like, so it's
yeah.
a whole trip.
And
Um,
I'm gonna put your stuff in the description. Everybody, go run up his whole catalog, because you're gonna also see him do his thing in LA, so they can see you. You know that you've already been in LA. Like, you're not just
yeah.
a guy in Texas talking. No,
Shout out, big shout out to Lifted Farms.
yeah.
They had a
But I
real
mean,
badass.
yeah, you're not in a room by yourself all the time. Like, you're in a room, like I'm in a room right now, right? But we move around. We're people.
Yeah, no, look, I want to shout out. It's important to me that I shout out Stizzies, Jungle Boys. Shout out to Cookies. Shout out to like all these people that like some
Lifted
of them they
Farms, feel my bad, because I feel like I talked over you. Lifted Farms.
lifted far. No, no, for real. It's all good. See what I mean about respect, bro? Two
Yeah.
people with logic and respect from anywhere can have a conversation and it be like game and we're trading game. Like, hey,
Yeah.
over here this, over there that. You know what I mean? And and bro, like honestly, bro, I'm a rapper, right? So is it cool if I kick a few bars for
Hell
your people?
yeah. What?
All right, look. That being that you're from Northern California, man, it's all love and respect to all of California. But I dedicate these here bars to all the homeboys up there in the Bay. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Northern California. I wrote this. I wrote these bars 8 years ago, and I wrote them when we were in the Mission District. You
That's
know what
right.
I'm saying? So
It's shown.
these bars right here, they go to Northern California, man. And shout out to everybody watching. I go by E45. Check it out. I know I get it. I don't care who looking. Go chain with a pistol. I know I'm crooked. If I see them lights, nigga, I gotta book it. Try to jack me, kid, whoever took it. If I show up, I'm hopping out. Get in your face. What you talking about? I'll stab you in the leg, let you walk it out. If we go to war, I can't talk it out. As GoldToes is black and brown. I beat your ass. I ain't backing down. I ain't learned my lesson. I'm still plexing. Banging hard for Houston, Texas. If I said it once, I won't say it twice. Dodging loud, playing with my life like Kane's cousin right at the light. Take what you got, then I'm out of sight. What's the deal to Northern Cali? 100 pounds in a black Denali. You a click hole, it's a family. You got plex, then bro, get at me. Get it on, no time to bump. Host fucked up and got me crunk. trunk, picked up jack and load my pump on the first so far, try to pull a stunt. Got my orders to serve the snorters. Bought a scale and then broke a quarter. Homeboy gone, he blowing water. You die slow, so we call it slaughter. Talk about it, I be about it. Violent crimes that have me surrounded. Having news nigga read about it, I die for and bitch bleed about it. H-time 713. All my boys throwing stars out. I black out like I'm barred out. Pay attention who I call out. If it's off the head, I'm going all out. Raised on screw and T-Fairs. 43rd and Palm Terrace. I reckon I like a rig before. Lil Chris in that second ward. I'm Bowplex. I start a war. On pop trunk and a slab with bang. Drinking Dro nigga, that's my thing. Hold on, let me get my moment. Chromed out with the grilling woman. Trunk coming so they hear me come. I don't gotta ask. She show me some. Put on the show and I throw you some. See how I do when I twist these words? Picture me selling pills and syrup on Broadway at that Seawalk. If it's recon, we call it reroute. She bounced that ass like a seesaw. Now pick it up and then throw it back. Life's a movie shot out the stacks. Showing screens in the fifth relax. 100 racks in a damn leg. Yes, sir, nigga, I'm speaking facts. Gator C's come front to back. If you slab hard, then you got cars. Purple drinking them yellow bars. Bad bitches coming out they draws. Blowing smoke while she work them jobs. Catching game for that nigga sauce. Texas raised, Texas made. H-time with a ball fade. Do some trades, exotic K's. I'm a hustler, baby. Do whatever pays. Keep it tuck, hoes getting sprayed. When you talk to me, better watch your base. Make it clear I don't like you hoes. Nod your head while the game get told. Don't get sold to my nigga froze. Northern Cali, shout out the toes. I call niggas out and bitch, here we go. Whole ass niggas talking this and that. After I dick her down, see your bitch come back. It's always time let the fear relax. 30 special when I click it back. Apply pressure, we send it back. Young's on the block trying to get my rack. Box of blast, try to take my pack. Boss nigga with a bitch to match. Life's a bitch, but you got me spoiled. Catching paper on purple lord. Cooling kid with no record. Pimp the pen just cause I'm bored. Free little Chris throwing up the wood. This a machete, it's not a sword. Why I mask y'all hit the floor. Bullies niggas like I did before. I don't give a fuck if they bob their head. Real hood niggas respect what I said. Catch the fade nigga, fuck the lid. Winners will draw, take it to the head. H-time all the way to Cali. Think you got me, then come get at me. I'm racked up in this fuck your life. That's how I feel if you're mad at me.
Killed that hoe. Killed that
Live,
hoe.
live, live.
Hey, that's one of my favorite words that you guys say when you guys say. I can't say it like you guys say it, but you know, he's like, "Kill that hoe" or whatever. Kill that
Kill
hoe.
that hoe, kill that hoe. Hey, you know what? My favorite one from Cali, that's a slapper.
That's
The
a slapper.
slapper.
That's a
Oh, that's
slapper,
a
bro.
slapper.
That's a slapper, bro. Bro. Or like you had a pocket. You had a pocket. Real quick before I forget though, is there something else coming? Because you did hear. I did hear that little jingle that you and GoldToes when GoldToes called me.
Oh, bro, like I got, like I said, I'm putting out a project every month. You know what I'm saying? So in January, um, you know what I'm saying? If the fire's hot, throw wood in it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I swung, they didn't swing back. You know what I'm
So now
saying?
you're gonna just hit him one more time and just like
Yeah, I just
from the ropes,
no,
from
you
the
know
rope,
what? Hey, you
open
remember
the
on that
ropes.
movie? Don't you remember on that movie? Don't be a menace to South Central.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
almost like he ain't looking for problems, but I am.
Oh, so you got more heat coming for Capone or both of them?
Bro, like I'm gonna put it out there and just straight up say it. Like, yeah, no, I got shit coming for him. You know what I'm saying? Cause that like
Yeah, I feel like
Capone
this the
hasn't
one I
mentioned
heard
me.
was even better, dog.
Capone has not mentioned me. He hasn't said my name for nothing. Pay the
But what
world,
this next
pay
one
the
though that
world.
you do, I
It's
feel like
whoever.
my
Bro,
bad.
when I tell you like somebody like and this is how I know that like if I would have went at somebody like without cause or unjustified, I'd have had people on my line like, bro, you wrong for that. That looks weak. That's some whole shit.
Let me
Let me
fix that
tell
real
you, you look, you heard it. Nobody else has heard it, but you heard it. You know who made me that beat?
quick.
Somebody from LA.
Hell yeah.
Somebody
That's
from
even
LA was
deeper.
like, hey,
Hey,
bro,
you're
look,
doing
I don't
real
like
hip
the
hop.
beat.
Hey, that's real hip hop. You're playing mind games with them. That's real hip hop though. We can
Bro.
do that. That's the kind of stuff I love though, because that's intellectual, bro. And we don't gotta
And you
kill
know what? You know what?
hate
I'm gonna
them.
say it on your podcast because I said it on a podcast out here. And this is something that like I really mean. If you're an artist, if you're watching this, or if you know an artist, and you're like, hey, bro, you're all right, but my homeboy over here, he'll eat your ass. Let's go live. Let's do a versus. I want to do a versus against somebody, right? And I had said $1,000, and everybody was like, "Oh, you know, my cousin, my baby daddy, somebody's about to jump in," and nobody jumped in. So this is an open invitation. If y'all think that I'm being a bully just going at Capone, no, I really feel like I'm the shit across the country.
That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying? So bar for bar, if somebody wants to run the verses, we need to set that up and run it. So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like I'm still standing on big business. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm still standing on what I said. Like it shout out to any artist that's chasing the same dream I'm chasing. Big shout out, none but love and respect. But if you talking about you rap and I'm talking about I rap, we need to rap together and figure out who raps better. And that's just the competitive in me. That's not no beef and no plagues. That's just like if you tell me you play basketball and I tell you I play basketball, and we just so happen to meet up at a park and there's a goal in a basketball. We're just gonna have to run a little one-on-one, little game of 21 just to see
Yeah.
like, hey,
A lot of
you know
people
what I
actually
mean?
call each other up and say, "Let's meet and play
Let's
basketball."
let's go meet play basketball.
What a
Like
concept, hater world.
my shit when I was little was
You don't
marbles.
want to play
Like
ball though.
you know, I'm gonna bean your shit from across the room. I swear.
Yeah, no, I
Hey,
felt love though, but I appreciate you too, man. I appreciate you for stopping by, making the time, for taking it serious, for all that. And it was
for
dope that
sure.
and then now that like right when that's why I was like, I don't even want to talk too much because once we start talking, the vibe right there though. So and anytime you're in the Bay, bro, in the north, I'm in the north side. I'm on the
Yeah,
true northerners, not just playing. I'm in
yeah,
the northern Bay because there's the North Bay, the East Bay, and the South Bay. So there's the Bay is San Francisco, the East Bay is
yeah.
represented by the city of Oakland, the South Bay is represented by the city of San Jose, and the North Bay is represented by the city of Santa Rosa. So if you're ever in
Man,
the wine country, bro, you got a home to stay at. You feel me? A
man.
room, not a garage, a room in the house. I was trying to tell these fools, hey, at least we got a garage, to go out and do shit in.
Hey,
Some fools are living in apartments, you know what I mean? So let's keep
hey,
it.
man. This is the last thing that I'm gonna close this out with, man. But I want to give you your flowers, bro, because somebody changed my life when they told me that. They were like, bro, give people their flowers while you could give them to them. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Some people wait for you to die, then they show up at your funeral and give you roses, but they couldn't even give you a phone call in real life to be like, hey, how's your day going? You know what I'm saying? So I want to make sure I give you your flowers, bro. You invited me on your platform, you know what I'm saying, to come clarify some things and speak
yeah,
on them. And shout out to GoldToes. He's the one that put this together.
yeah. Shout out
Um,
to those. He's
yeah,
doing everything, man.
and what I want everybody to know, like for sure, like what I want to close this out with is, bro, like I pray for everybody. Like tonight when I close my eyes, tomorrow when I open them, I'm gonna pray for everybody in the comments. I'm gonna pray for everybody that watches this. I'm gonna pray you for hosting it and letting me be on it. Whatever y'all are into, whatever God or religion, I hope y'all believe in something. Stay prayed up, and I mean 45 to the next time. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure I'll be back on here.
Hell yeah, of course. Hey, you gonna pray for the hater world and Capone though?
Huh?
Are you gonna pray for Capone and the hater world?
Am I gonna pay?
Pray.
Pray. No, honestly, and I said this yesterday. I respect Capone and I respect Blue Devil. And the reason I say this is because they, from a Hispanic culture, even if one of them isn't Hispanic, from a Hispanic culture, they built the platform and they
Yeah,
make a living off of it. I
yeah,
respect that. I want to do the same for my shit one day. This is simply like whenever you go watch a NBA or NFL game, you look up at the scoreboard, right? And
yeah,
you have home and you have visitor. You know what I'm saying? And the visitor had an opinion and I represent home. So all I did was respond with my own opinion. You know what I'm saying? I hope and pray to God, and God knows the truth. I hope that all this just stays as opinions and
yeah.
conversation and da
Absolutely,
da da. If it ever does take a turn and go somewhere else, God knows that I can only control so much. Whatever's
absolutely.
out of my control, all I could do is react and respond. You know what I'm saying? But I want to be completely honest. There is no hate like from this side. It's simply just I had to I had
You
to
gotta stand up.
I had to reply. I had to, hey, you know what I'm saying? That's not cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like, for people to tell me, and I'm getting phone calls from a lot of different places, people in high up, and for people to tell me, hey, bro, you were the first person that publicly stood up and said, hey, man, fuck that. That ain't cool.
Yeah,
Like, for anybody else, that's not a check from streams. That's not a bag from a feature. That's not a payment from doing a show. But the fact that made men, bro, like real made men, like hit my line and they were like, E, you were the first one to stand up, bro. Like just that alone, bro, I'll go down in history. You know what I'm saying? Over here at least, I'll go down as the one that was like, hey, bro, he wasn't just talking about it like in the group or in the smoke sessions with everybody like, man, they
exactly.
hating on us. Like this nigga turned on the mic and said, no, fuck you and da 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 da.
And I think
And
that's also why GoldToes brought us together, bro, because I'm kind of the person that said, hey, I kind of looked back and was like, hey, is somebody going to say something? Well, I'm going to respond then because that's what men do. We respond, we don't react.
yeah,
Respond. So you're responding from Texas. I'm responding from Northern California because I don't like how he he addressed us, because a lot of my homeboys, close friends, bro, that I lived with, I live with Southsiders, so I can't let him be the only narrative out there. But now we're
Yeah.
having these kind of conversations. Conejo speaking, GoldToes, and the real scene real. So again, man, I appreciate you. And no, this ain't the last time. This is a podcast is ongoing, brother. Just like a conversation. We just
Yeah.
started a conversation, and now we got an ongoing conversation, my brother. So God bless you. God bless Texas. God bless Cali. I'm gonna put your information in the description. And of course, I'm going to cut these up and put them in shorts. So check out the shorts, everybody, and go follow my brother E45. Let's get it.
Oh, love, man. I appreciate you, man. You have a good night.
Have a good night. Saludos,
All
everybody. Have
right.
a good night.
Later, bro.
All right. Peace.